Hey everyone, guest 273 here. You know what day it is? It's Saturday. It's that day of the week when I can play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 at my home. So, you all probably know the drill by now. Let's do an also standard video check, or audio check rather, just to make sure that, you know, nothing bad happened while I was away in real life. Yeah, let's check the audio on Twitch. Yeah, let's check the audio on Twitch. Alright, that's pretty fine. And what about YouTube? Am I sounding like myself away in real life? Yeah, I sound fine, except for the fact that I'm blowing a bit too much air in the microphone. One of the minuses of not having the like filter on, but the sound quality from me personally is more superb, so I think I'll leave the change that I made like a while ago now. Anyway, let's jump in today's single player scenario, where we are apparently going to retread somewhat familiar territory, as we are going to be playing another map that has the name Dwarven inside of it. When we played the Armageddon's Blade map, so we played the Dwarven Tunnels, but now it's time to play the Dwarven Gold. Ooh, hey, Scissoros. Nice to see you here. My favorite streamer about to play the only army with 1,400 movement points per turn. Well, I could also play with Josephine and her golems, or with Mr. Straker and his undeads, but yeah, you all know the drill. If there's dwarfs mentioned in the title of the map, then there is only one man capable of holding such strength. It is gonna be Ufretin. I think we went with crystals. I can always double check. Yeah, I went with the crystals because they're the least impactful one. Actually, for Rampart it's pretty interesting. You need the crystals to buy the Pegasi dwelling, and I think it's usually like it costs 10, and having those extra crystals could make it so that instead of having 2 piles I need 1 pile. So I'm starting to doubt that that is the least impactful bonus, but yeah, let's still go with it anyway. A Dwarven Gold, an S-sized 3-player map, which is a free-for-all, apparently marked as easy, where we have to accumulate resources or defeat all our enemies. That also works. Dwarven Gold Madness swept the region when Invis Smythers, renowned Dwarven miner, oh yeah, probably a friend of Ufretin, hit the jackpot and found a vein worth 7,500 gold pieces. Local lords have started mounting expeditions. The first lord to acquire 7,500 gold pieces wins. Alright, so we have to get 7,500 gold. It's gonna be a bit difficult since the AI starts with like I think 10 or 20,000 even on the expert difficulty, but yeah, let's jump right into it and let's see if we can do it. Gold Rush fever has struck the region with the discovery of vast veins of gold in the underground mines. Scouts report the dwarves can be highly protective of their gold, so be warned. Alright, Ufretin is gonna be warned. He is very protective of his gold. Ufretin, what can he tell us about himself? It is unusual to see a Dwarven Ranger, but for Ufretin the skills came naturally. Yeah, he was very lucky and very resistant. He has become an icon to the surface-dwelling Dwarven population and a natural-born leader among the Dwarven kind. A real leader. Always packs his men, makes them faster, makes them more resistant, and makes them luckier. What is not to like about him? Our town, Green Falls, actually doesn't have any dwellings. It doesn't even have a tavern. Oh no. We cannot even build a dragon cliffs. Oh boy. Well, in that case, having the Enchanted Spring is less impactful. So, we actually just have only Ufretin. That is quite worrying. Yeah, I wish Pumpkin Patch made it easier to build unicorns. So I just sat here promoting Pumpkin Patch, but I do understand the hustle. I like the Learning Stone. There is a chest here, but I think 100% we have to go and see the Red Observatory. Ufretin, of course, as a ranger, doesn't have a book. Starts with 3 defense, actually quite a lot, which I didn't realize. So after peeking in this Redwood Observatory, we can see half of the overworld. There is an underground subterranean gate here. There is a gold mine here, and actually, yeah, these dwarves, they're guarding like 5 chests, so this would be like a very big thing we can do. I do like the fact that we see a dwarf cottage. We can't really check the other players since we don't have a tavern. And yeah, it looks like it's gonna be mostly fighting for gold mines. I like that hidden part of war, but what is an objective that we can realistically do? Ooh, Boots of Speed might help us. It's gonna be pretty difficult, honestly. I feel like we of course have to go flag the sawmill. I think doing these sprites with just dwarfs is gonna be realistic. Then I guess we're picking up the 3 centaurs. And after that, hopefully we can buy another hero who can go and pick up all the these 5 pieces of ore. Get the stables, and then I don't know. It looks like we're blocked off by the level 6 creatures. Maybe this is where we're supposed to go. Every other guard seems pretty intense otherwise. Yeah, it's almost like a puzzle map. It's interesting that they've marked this as an easy map. Anyway, let's go for the wood. Let's actually take both the piles. And yeah, we can't really make ourselves faster, can we now? What's a good way to do like the sprite fight? I think they're gonna be in multiple stacks, so having the dwarfs in at least 2 big stacks would also be pretty good. The thing is, they're not gonna be really together, are they? They're gonna be on like separate sides, so maybe something like this. Anyway, we can't build anything because we have 0 gold. Then, I think the most important thing for us is gonna be to build a tavern. Oh gosh, there's dogs outside barking. And actually we have a very good man, an Ivor. He will be compensating us for the lack of any other units, because he's not gonna be bringing any dwarfs with him. And then we have Sink. Dungeon Army is also quite fine, so let's make these sprites 4. Alright. How far can these lads move? So maybe we'll do, well, something like this. They're gonna get the hit, but at least they don't get to hit the big stack. With multiple stacks, I feel that, yeah, as long as we don't really move forward. Alright, I think we can assassinate 2 bigger stacks, and then can we survive with all the dwarfs? I think we can. Boom. 2 dwarfs for 24 pixies. Let's pick up the mercury, and then yeah, let's just go straight for the chest, and let's hope it's a big one. If it's a small one, that's a shame. And then we'll have to see. I don't think we can do the storm elementals, and I think we're just gonna have to book it back, because everything else looks like it's very tough to beat. Of course, we'll take the 3 centaurs. I'm thinking about taking these gems. Technically, we have a few gem piles here and there. Maybe we'll be using the marketplace. You know what? Yeah, if we're here, we don't want like an AI to break through this and steal it later. And yeah, let's take the gem pile. So now I do actually have a choice. Do I save money? Do I build a marketplace, and do I try to trade out for it? I'm guaranteed to get a new hero in 2 turns, which is basically when Ufretin would like return. I guess that would kind of be really good to have a second hero. Like, we have to get Ivor 100%. He with his elves are gonna give us some ability to clear things. So yeah, let's actually do that. Ooh, and blue is here, and the tan is over here. Tan is an Inferno player, and looks like actually blue is an necromancer. Can't get here. We can, yeah, let's just move maximally far as we can. I think we should be taking the fight with the familiars. Don't have ore generation, but I think it's fine. And let's actually go to the next turn. And the next turn is going to be as buying out Ivor. Ivor, of course, is going to be depositing his elves. Actually, wonder if it would be better to maybe share the armies, but there's nothing to fight on the other side here yet. We could also do the storm elementals afterwards. How about Ufretin's movement points? I feel like... Well, actually there is a bit of a choice of what to do here. I could defeat the familiars and go for the learning stone, and the Ivor could take away the army, so Ufretin is a little bit faster. I feel like actually that's better than fighting the storm elementals, which was my original plan. Like, we could get more elves, we could get more other troops. Well, oof. At least they didn't assassinate all of them. Okay, do this. Not quite, but I think it's good enough to actually pursue this plan. And yeah, same speed and same speed. And Ivor actually would then ironically also like the learning stone. And yeah, we're poor, so we can't afford anything. Sam came after Ivor. And the AIs are also clearing their mines. So Ufretin will take the... oh gosh, no navigation please. We'll take the level up to have more luck, I guess. Ivor will be trading away the troops and also will be taking the level up. Maybe we use... well, there's two things we can do with Ivor. We can lose him, so we could buy him back in the tavern. In that case, I guess offense would be better. Or we could put him in a town and have him control the archer towers for defense. I think I'll take the offense, though. Yeah, getting the... I guess getting the stables and then fighting these archers in this week would be the better thing to do here. So, whoops. Yeah, once again, let's just do that. And then we can hopefully flag these two things with Ivor. We're incredibly poor, and we will also need to build a centaur stable. Can we afford something else? Like anything? With the current resource setup, no. But we should 100% build a centaur stable so we can get some army going. Some units will be brewing in the city. Minus 500. I'm glad I did that. A flood of poor gold miners arrives in the area. You give them gold so they will go away before they find the rich gold vein that should belong to you. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't build a marketplace. I would have been left without any centaurs in this week. And then, yeah, windmill. Ooh, we can flag it like through here. How many movement points would Ufretin have? Well, I guess it's a bit sad because we have to go with Ivor first, right? And then Ivor just has the perfect amount to give the army away. And to start the next week with the stables, we do this. We can do it, but not the Cerberus. Like, we can reach the marksman. I think... Actually, let's not have even stacks. Let's have 1 stacks. And yeah, let's go fight these archers, and then let's head back for the... Maybe let's go peek into the subterranean gate, and then we'll head back for the stables next week. I don't want to get ambushed through the subterranean gate because I don't see anything in it. 9, I think that's a fine auto result, but at the same time... Well... At least we can block it with 1. Centaur. Oh, and my main man actually moved forward. So. Ooh, free money. I do like this. Free money indeed. And then actually afterwards, those archers are also kind of weak. So we can actually start rolling, we can buy another hero afterwards. So I'm quite happy with this. I would like Ufretin to go here and take the Revelation Garden as well, and do the Cerberite perhaps. So we can have some crystals generating, so we can actually build the Enchanted Spring sometime. But that is for another week. And the Sea Dog growth. So Ivor is gonna 100% take the stables. He's gonna take the Garden of Revelation. Oh, they joined those dudes. The Master Gremlins. And who do we have in the tavern? We have Clavius, so we would get more money. We have Ryland, so we would get more units. After a generous tip, the barkeeper whispers, with the right spell you can scuttle your boats to prevent your enemies from using them. It makes for a one-way trip, but that's what summon boat is for. The game is telling me skipping navigation was not a good choice, so I think it would make more safe. Oh gosh, there's 20 of them here. Yeah, let's take the chests first. That's one chest and that's two chests. Both of them were big ones. I think it would make more sense to get a town hall at the moment. Oh, and the archers also grew. But then again, maybe we can just send a hero here immediately. Yeah, you know what? Let's buy out Mr. Clavius. Let's give him one single centaur. And then he can go and rally up more. Very, very easily. Ufretin could explore. He could go back for the... what's it called? For the stables. I kind of like that idea. But also, what if there's more gold here? At least I can see him fighting something. Zombies. What are they guarding? It's not gonna tell me. That's fine. I think it makes a lot of sense to go into the underworld anyway. And yeah, in this case we don't build anything in the town. Well, we could actually keep developing it like this, building a marketplace. And then using the other resources to exchange. Okay, those two have kind of met each other. So Clavius will pick up the Centaurs. Ufretin will head for the stable but be unable to make it. In that case, Ivor can take the army away from him. We can go grab all the sword that's just been sitting here. And yeah, then this rally and buying another hero would be quite good if we can actually afford it. I think because of the huge amounts of ore, it actually makes sense to sell it. And let's get a town hall up in here. But yeah, Clavius, you still have a bit too few. You man, well... It would be really good to just rally new troops. So I guess maybe Ufretin can just take the knowledge and set himself up like this. How far could Mr. Clavius reach? I feel like he could reach Mr. Ivor and that would be kind of fine. In fact, something like this would be fine. And yeah, I really don't want to do the Cerberite fight, so I can go elsewhere with an easy mind. Doing a bunch of dwarves would be really good, but we will need a bunch of like elves to achieve this result. I think I'm not going to be buying anything at the moment. I'm going to be saving the money for this, for the centaurs or maybe for another hero. Kind of a weak turn. Ooh, a very weak turn considering the blue is already approaching me. Oh, and they can go behind here. It's kind of interesting how did he do that? Ayden up here, and who is here? This is Tamika. And Tamika has actually quite a big army. I don't want her to take these chests. So, great question. What do we do? Do we buy Ryland or do we buy a bunch of like centaurs? I think a bunch of centaurs will be a stronger choice. Clavius also has a book with a magic arrow, so perhaps I can leave him with some 1-stacks. Those 1-stacks should be... You know what? Maybe skeletons will be his 1-stacks. Will be fine. Go grab that. Ivor can exchange the army with Ufretin. And Ufretin. Hmm. Yeah, this fight is gonna suck because we have negative morale. And also because the other units are faster than us. At least we can protect the archer. I feel like let's set up so only one Cerberus can hit us. And maybe can do some shenanigans like blocking off the other one. Oh, they just both go up north. 46. Pretty big hit here. Thinking about it, if I put the Wraith here, I can prevent some nasty hits. I guess the dogs would be double hitting the 2 stacks anyway. I could take a retaliation with something useless while protecting my shooter, but then again, maybe like, this should be fine. Oh, they actually went for the skeleton. That's kind of surprising. Then I think it should be the Walking Dead taking the hit. And this is a pretty fine result. We kind of got rid of most of the useless army. Useless army being the skeletons and such. So, it's pretty sad, but we kind of have to go and fight this Tamika, I feel like. Do we? Should we? She is approaching us. I don't even have a book. And otherwise she would just steal this. Maybe we can set up so she gets the... I don't want her to let her steal this, but I kind of can't prevent it. I would rather also have a reinforcing hero, so maybe we'll just buy like a Ryland out, and he will bring all the goods. Don't want to leave Ufretin without any army as well. You know what, we'll put him here, and we'll make him not a surprise. Maybe we can scare them away. You know? Maybe we can actually scare them away. Ooh, they got scared away. That's very good, actually. Logistics or necromancy. I guess logistics, so this man could reach further. This undead man. And then I guess we have to pursue this destiny. We have, we're missing gems and we're missing mercury. So these are the 2 resources we shouldn't be trading away. So let's trade away the sulfur. I don't want to trade away the crystals just yet. Either maybe 1, just because we're generating 1. And then boom, boom, boom. And now we can afford a Ryland. And this is great news as... can unify the army, and then Mr. Ryland can go for these cavaliers. I feel like Mr. Clavius makes sense to just sit in the town for the time being. Use the defender with a magic arrow. And Ufretin, I feel like you have to go and... oof. Speed 6 speed, I mean. Do we wish to engage them? I think it's not worth the army loss. Usually I take the fights because I get gain from them, but in this case we'll be losing units. We could miss morale, it could be very nasty. So now I have a choice: Mage Guild, Homestead, something else. I could do a few things. Thing number 1 that I could do is I can take away the army from Ufretin to make him a little bit faster. Ufretin was probably going to be fighting maybe these Orc Chieftains, maybe these Dwarfs. I feel like the Orc Chieftains, they should be closer to 20. They would give us stats, and also I could get a spell book. I could restore my mana with Ufretin, actually, that would be very good. And then Ivor is just muling the army behind him, and then Ivor will go and explore over here. I feel like that will be fine as well. And then if Ivor does indeed have an accident, like he gets assassinated, we will at the very least be able to rebuy him in the tavern. So what spells do we have? We have Haste, we have Magic Arrow, Cure's decent, and the other two I don't really care about. Not a big fan of the View spells. And yeah, as I said, maybe I'm gonna actually take like a Walking Dead on Ivor. Nah, I mean, one Centaur is not that valuable. I would rather. He has more movement points, so he could scout around more. Maybe he might even be able to do some shenanigans, like steal an empty town on day 7. So, Ufretin can be very, very happy, so he can deposit the army. Clavius is actually... Yeah, he should have the skeletons. He should be kind of readying himself up for this. I guess I can do a View Earth, a cheeky spell, and it tells me that there is some gold underground here and there is some resources here. Alright, so some resources on the left and the right side, and everything, basically everything has been scoured by the AIs on the overworld. Minus a tiny bit of mercury. So Ufretin is gonna be... Yeah, I feel like regenerating mana because he has the hat is very, very good. Do we go for economy? Do we go for a homestead? I feel like a homestead would be very good. We could afford some elves. I'm kind of worried that an event will take away my money once again. So we'll kind of spend as much of it as we can. Ooh, no cheeky event stealing my gold. I do like that. Ooh, rogues here. Alright. We can go to the overworld. We can explore the underworld. I will use my knowledge from View Earth. Oh, well, that was a mistake. Just joking, Tamika. I should have actually gone through the gate. But then I would have ended like here, I think. In the Reach of Pyre. So not a great either. So Ufretin, we could build something like a dwarf cottage, we could buy some elves. I actually like the idea of building the dwarf cottage. Well, not the idea of building it, but rather the idea of having it. And yeah, let's buy out the other 2 elves. And now we have a relatively okay force that should be able to... Depositing the army and the gold mine feels like a very good idea. I have like the spells, so we should be fine. As the dwarves attack, you notice they have some of the mine's gold stuffed into their pockets. Ooh. Are they gonna be giving me some gold for defeating them? Because that would make the fights more worthwhile. Unfortunately, don't have anything like Bless now. Not have to hit with the bigger stack, it's still fine. I wonder if I should, I mean, I should spend at least 1. At least some spell points, you know. No need hasting these 2 up. And yeah, I guess we can start like magic arrowing them. Okay, thankfully they didn't morale, then we can take the retaliation with the more useless troop. And I feel like this one. Ooh, Earth Magic, Ufretin, what are you doing? Are you trying to become a good hero? 900 gold, alright. Then we can take the mine, and then we can deposit everything that is not super duper fast. Clavius is on time for these centaurs, he will be ferrying them back. And yeah, 900 gold is fine, not outstanding, but fine. And yeah, let's just save the money for the next turn. Minus 2000, really. A gold-eating rock slime has bubbled up into your storeroom and eaten some of your profits. Curse that slime, the cleaning crew will be working overtime tonight. Not the slime, not the rock-eating slime. Alright, here we have some ideas what we can do with Ivor. As I said, I think this would just lead to Tan. I could steal his gold mine for one turn for the sake of it. I will take the rogue, so maybe we could spy on Tamika here, but I think we would just... Really, gold 0, eating rock slime, bubbles out of the ground and eats some of your resources. This much from an event, everything, 10 crystals and 3,400 gold. Oh my, and I thought it's a smart play to save the money for... Scammed? What? A small army of dwarves suddenly appears before the gold vein and warns that you will have to go through them to take it. It looks like a rich, thick vein. Do you want to fight them? Absolutely not. What is this cursed dwarven shenanigans? I want my money back. Hey, I got oh, at least I got some gems back. Such a scam. Brothers, you can't do this to me. Well now, that puts a massive wrench in my plans and everything else with it. I mean, exploration is apparently dangerous. Okay, let's go to this side first because it's further away from like the next logical fight. I will definitely need to take some gold so I can actually build something in this turn. And yeah, I feel like going for the city hall at this point would make a lot of sense. Unless my money gets stolen. Ooh, we have Ian Swite and we have Clancy here. I feel like buying out Ian is fine for one reason, because he has estates and he did not want to level up into that estates. I could give Ian a couple of chests, I could give Ian a couple of fights. Maybe he's just gonna be doing a couple of fights. We can split the army into two. I do like my estates heroes. And yeah, looks like Ivor is just going to be desecrated by Tamika, unfortunately. Come on, move your skeletons closer, fool, so I can hit them. Well, it's not gonna get anything done, but sure thing. Can't believe they just took all my money with a small prank like that. And yeah, we have to take the gold. Let's actually spend the money so it doesn't get taken away from me. That is very, very uncool, I must say. Actually, maybe we should have taken the army away from Ian for the time being and tried to unify it with Ufretin's army. I'm still kind of like just upset about losing the gold. It's hurting my thinking. Do we just... yeah, we just take the extra elves. And yeah, I guess we can do the orc fight and then we can think about the armies and what we are gonna be doing with them. I don't really fancy a fight with a random Tamika, even though the underground seems like it's the richer part of the map. Other than that, I'm kind of stuck behind fighting 2 tier 6 creatures. I would like to give Ian a couple fights, so maybe Ian can do these fights to level his estates up. Could also just give him the chests. I feel like we'll need those chests for developing some sort of an economy. And yeah. Wait, hold up. Actually, maybe haste is better on this. Well, I went ahead and bullied my elves a little bit. It's +3, right? Yeah, we can actually use the raids to block very, very nicely. Well, hasting the dwarf this turn is not going to give anything, so he went for the 1 stack. Actually, could have positioned that. Ooh, could have positioned this in a better place as well. And oof, he's just going for the maximum damage. Well, we do have decent defense skill. I think armor would be really, really good because I think the other 2 factions are kind of melee based, so they're going to be hitting us in the face a lot. I feel like this just makes sense. Having armor on Ufretin is a good skill. With resistance, with the armor, earth magic, especially if we will get another town, so we will be able to cast shield and stuff, would be really, really good. So, what should be our priority move? At the moment, I guess it would be getting this hero as far on this side as we can, so he can start doing some fights. Then, does Ufretin have to be the one to pick these up? No, but... what would we be building? Capital, a castle. I think maybe an enchanted spring. And then buying, and also upgrading all the elves. So maybe these 2 will be my 2 next builds. And yeah, we will need the money to get the troops. And then we can just rally up. I think we can leave Ufretin on a fast troop. And kind of swap these around. This is fine. Kind of want to do something with the secondary heroes as well, but I kind of don't see any way of making them useful quite yet. Actually, you know what? We want to make Ian fast, so we'll just give him Centaur, and yeah. I like how they're not fighting the dwarfs. It looks like there's more than they can handle. They know that this is like guarded, yeah. And apparently this much army is not good enough to beat them. On what I would assume is like their main hero, so it's pretty scary. I should actually check the tavern if we have the same amount of towns. We do. And that is quite good, and I also don't see them smugging up the area quite yet. And yeah, Pyre is also just standing there. Everyone's just kind of like standing menacingly. Oh, and actually we left Ufretin with some army he did not want. Well, a shame. Then. So, 100% we need to upgrade the elves. They're gonna be our main clearing stack. Pegasi are gonna be fantastic for blocking. Maybe let's take these undeads and just kind of deposit them away. This army composition feels very, very good. Maybe I could get the halflings, so the ranged creatures will be shooting them instead. Yeah, these 2 are just gonna be muling the army, and I do actually like the idea of not losing all of those. Pegasi, and can I maybe outsmart the AI? Nah, I would actually rather have the morale, not the ability to morale. So, Mr. Ian followers, yeah, hell yeah. That is definitely a superior thing that could have happened. And in that case, I feel like we can also fight the marksmen. And actually fight them. Seven. I feel like this is a free win now. with that one magic arrow cast. Yeah, definitely was. Clavius can chill, and Ryland can take the gem pond. This feels like a fine turn. Ufretin goes for the stables. Ian has to ask himself a big question. Do you want to be a walking gold mine? Is that the optimal thing we can do at the moment? I feel like that is the optimal thing, but the chest size is small, and I feel like we will level up from the dwarves anyway. Then Three archers kind of whack. I mean, the more damage we can do on them while they're approaching us, but then again, this would be making the morales negative. And oops, I meant to do this. Instead, I feel like it's just gonna be fine as is. Let's quickly take the loins of the Legion. And is gonna be walking around. We can still deliver it before day 7. And yeah, let's fight these dwarves. As the dwarves attack, you notice they have some of the mine's gold stuffed into their pockets. I did this to myself. Well, I feel like we can lower the quantities by a little bit. Do I want to risk it? I mean, okay, now we can one-shot, and then didn't resist anything. 600 gold. I didn't get my estates up. That's very, very sad. So, visiting the Lord of Wise Man, you explain the intent of your journey. He reaches into a chest and withdraws a strange pair of boots, which he hands to you. Thank you, strange man, for the boots of speed. Then, what are we doing next? So, we have a couple options. We could go into the underground, which kind of feels like it's the more rich part, but it's like multiple turns away. We would be running into multiple opponents. I feel like we can break the Cavaliers now, or we could maybe break the Dread Knights, and then we would have like a Dwarven mine. It looks like this is more uncharted territory. We would get 2 Dwarven mines to ourselves, while here we would have to fight Pyre. We would get also 2 mines, or actually maybe, yeah, we would get 2 mines. One of them is already fought for. So maybe let's set Ufretin up like so, so he could actually go and fight the Dread Knights. And the Citadel or something else. I do think it's gonna be a Citadel. Any other heroes which could generate money for us? No. Do I want Clancy for the extra elves? That is an interesting question. Alright, unfortunately Ian failed, mostly, with the idea I had for him. Close indoors. Ryland can then make it here. Change these armies, we can do this, we can leave the 3rd level units. Ooh, more elves, that is very, very preferable. And yeah, actually losing some of the less good units. Capital, Castle. Castle is kind of like waiting for next week's army. I feel like with these troops already, that I would be able to do it. Do this fight. These stats as well. You know what, actually, let's play it smart. Let us instead recharge Ufretin's mana with the artifacts that he has. Let us improve his speed. Let us make him very, very fast. And I guess Ian is just gonna be the centaur boy from now on, and let us instead build a castle so we would have a stronger buyout on the first day of the next week. And then I have a question: do I want the Clancy? Minus 1000. A flood of poor gold miners arrives in the area. You give them gold so they will go away before they find the rich gold vein that should belong to you. And yeah, we have gathered a minus 1000 gold. Can't afford a capital. It wouldn't make much sense to afford it now. Damn, this is expensive. We could get more dwarfs. We could improve. I think we won't be able to improve everything. So instead I'm gonna do this. Make the main hero, Ufretin in this case, faster. And actually merge this army together. I am gonna be buying out these already. And then... you know what? Mr. Clancy, you are gonna be allowed to exist as well. And maybe these second heroes without the book are just gonna get the undead army. So Mr. Clancy, a little bit of experience, getting that very valuable pathfinding. Ufretin has restored his mana. He would be very wise to start his turn on these tables, right? And then someone else can just rally the army for him. That someone could be a logistics man. 8 speed, 7 speed, and I think 6 speed is the next fastest troop we can have. Well, I know that both of these slots work, but still, let's not have any incidents, and I think we are very, very ready for the beginning of the next week. So, week of the dog. In this week, a lot of interesting things. Ooh, Ivor is here as well, and Ignatius bringing in another stack that could be kind of decent for the secondary heroes. So, Ian Smythe takes the centaurs. Then we are not going to be building anything in the town, I feel like. We are going to be taking all of the elves, taking all of the centaurs that are power stack. I could upgrade the dwarfs, I think. Or, I mean, yeah, they're super slow. It's better to have fewer but stronger units, in my opinion. So we can have that. Then Mr. Ryland will be very, very happy. Just... you know what, Mr. Ian Smythe has a book, and he's also valuable, so I'll give him 7 smaller stacks so he could defend himself for just a little bit. Okay, boom. And the Ryland is chillin'. Then could send Clancy here, but this kind of feels like certain death at the moment. Would rather not do that. Ufretin has taken the stables, right? Clavius can hand him over the troops. These few are gonna be used kind of as bait. Yeah, I feel like that's fine. And let us actually break into the Dread Knights. And this terrain is also pretty good. So, unfortunately we do have 1 spell power. They stood where we can shoot them, very nice of them. Dwarf, yeah, Mr. Dwarf can actually block this. This is fine, this is fantastic. Could even block for the I was looking for the name of those, the halflings. Unfortunately though, I think the halflings are just bait. And if I want to cast something, I should cast it now. Use the magic arrow. There we go for those. And then they kind of kite themselves a little bit, that's pretty good. These. I think think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, it's not like we need like a super high roll or anything like that. And then we can use the armadillos to keep blocking. And wow, this was a really easy fight. And I even left more alive. So offense would also be really good for Ufretin, especially because we have a bunch of melee troops as well. I feel like Ufretin just has to take these brawling skills and go, you know? And then Mr. Clavius. Actually, Mr. Clavius will also be fine. Let's just take one. And do we want these troops for the negative morale? I feel like they had a purpose before. Their purpose was to die. Yeah, I feel like that's a fine army composition. And engineers, if we're gonna fight them, I think we will need the experience. Bit of a problem with them. They are super duper fast. I feel like we shouldn't lose one, Pegasi. Alrighty. Definitely just flag this. We can get our mana back for the fight. Yeah, Clancy. Well, I wish Clancy had the book, to be honest. And Ufretin is gonna grab some more gold, and ironically, as the dwarves attack, you notice they have some of the mine's gold stuffed into their pockets. I bet it's not gonna be 600, and I bet it's not gonna be 900. It's gonna be a different quantity, because apparently the map makers were feeling spicy with this one. So Mr. Dwarf, I don't feel like moraling, very good. Wisdom. I mean, technically we can still make Ufretin into something great, but I feel like we're gonna be just rushing the opponents down. I feel like that's a safer approach than waiting for the gold to slowly accumulate. And yeah, we have access to Ivor as well. So Ian is chilling on the edge of this side. Clancy can be trying to heading back. This dwarven cottage is more of a liability now, I feel like. So flag this as well. And keep Clavius at least somewhat close. He's giving me money, so I don't want to lose him. And I feel like it's better to just take this. Fight the orcs, fight the dwarf for the money. Okay, casualty free, gonna take that. As the dwarves attack, you notice they will have they have some of the mine's gold stuffed into their pockets. It's not gonna be 600, it's not gonna be 900, it's not gonna be 800. It's gonna be a different quantity. Or very standard setup by this point. So Mr. Dwarf feeling like moraling. No, you're not. Very good of you. So Mr. Dwarf, how we feeling today? We feeling spicy. 1,000 gold. Okay, amazing. And we have another gold mine. So unfortunately I do not have multiple taverns. I feel like in this gold chase having multiple taverns would be very good, as you could measure up how you're doing compared to the other players. We'll not take the Fountain of Fortune, as I think that's a bit too far away at the moment. I could go for the town. Yeah, I feel like we would just be getting the garden later, sooner or later anyway. And their town. Oh, actually they have some high tier troops in that town. And without rogues or anything like that, it's a bit difficult to judge how much they would actually have there. So I feel like we'll save up money for one more turn, just to afford a capital. We can afford a capital, and we can be very happy about that. As Clancy can very quickly buy a book and restore his mana. I feel like also maybe for the hero defending, a book would be really good. Afterwards... So... Yeah, I can't see their quantity of troops. We can, however... Ooh, okay, sorry good I found that. I do want another spell power, for sure. Ooh. Unironically, maybe I can lure them into attacking me outdoors. That would be really, really good in my book. As then I can loot their mines and take their town actually as well. And yeah, Clancy's just gonna be chilling. Let's see if they decide to do something like this. No, they built a smoke cloud. The AI, when threatened, will smoke it up for sure. I kind of love it, how that's their standard response. And yeah, don't want Clavius to die. I feel like taking that is pointless. Maybe taking the observatory could reveal something interesting, but I feel like actually the most optimal play here would be either two. Take this mountain. Ooh, yeah, we definitely found something of interest here. Let's loot the underground here as much as we can, and then maybe let's go towards the Tan player. That should be a safe strategy. And Clancy should be able to reinforce this. Very, very nicely. Don't really need the resource silo. I feel like building Android arches though for the extra troops. Generating could be quite good. So, Ivor, am I fine giving him... Let's do it like this maybe. We can take away the walking deads afterwards with Ivor. We can also give him a book so he can magic arrow a little bit. Oh, he's a bit too poor for that. Yeah, let's have the boys reinforcing. What can Ivor do that is like good, I guess? Go for the stables. So, ooh, they are actually, Moandor is actually coming outdoors, so I can see his army. 12 powered liches, 4, 12 vampires, 77. In a town, this would be pretty difficult to beat, in my opinion. That's how I feel about it. You know what? Maybe I can magic arrow twice. I need them. I need these not to be together, though. Okay. Okay. I just want the tent to move so I can blast one power lich and then hopefully survive for another turn, for another magic arrow, so I can blast them again. Well, then Clavius, you are giving the kingdom some money by existing, so I do want you, even if you would have overridden the other person. I feel like also having you in the town makes more sense. So now we actually have a very, very interesting situation. Ufretin could head back here. Like we can... Oh, actually we would have to do this without the army rally. Huh. We would have to beat what is left in Moandor's army with this army. I feel like we can do it with these stats as well. We have the resistance, offense, armor, a lock as well, so we should be very hard hitting. Don't have many spells, so don't have many trickeries available. But then their town just kind of falls for free, you know? Let's fight it, and yeah, the AI can win. So let's speed, 9 speed, they're faster. At least that they were. Surprised they didn't go for the double shot over there. So now, what would be really good? I feel that yeah, hasting the centaur, taking the retaliation off of the Dread Knight. Actually having him in the straight arrow would also be really good. Well, I guess we can do this. We can either finish them or we can get all the skeletons in like one single attack without getting the skeletons. This is quite valuable. And then Mr. Dwarf can fight this guy for no retaliation. Okay. So just block so the other shooter doesn't get blocked. This Pegasi is fine, this Pegasi is fine. Let's delete Mr. Vampire. And Moandor actually runs away like this. You fool! Ooh, ballistics. What I need to take the town very finely. Yeah. Then here, have a bunch of really good reinforcing troops, specifically those that can allow you to take a town. I'm kind of thinking about having, or not having these elementals maybe. You know what? Yeah. You think they would shoot, the towers would shoot a one stack of these or no? Let's have like, whoops, 1, 2, 3. Let's have 3 to test. And the town is almost takeable for free, but no, they will buy a hero there, which is kind of sad. Sad for me, that is. Well, we can still steal the stuff away. And yeah, Mr. Ivor, and I feel like the other people as well. Miners Guild, saplings, I guess Miners Guild is the cheapest thing available to us. We are still competing for gold, but I feel like assassinating the other players is more viable, as the AI probably gets some buffs. So Blue is not happy. Blue is very not happy about how this went down. Then didn't get to answer the question, but Clancy will get 2. Actually take the observatory for us, which is fantastic. And there's nothing here, this is like fully enclosed. And what spells did we have? Oh, Stone Skin and Slow. Actually the ones we really wanted and really needed. Truth be told, I kind of want to have more magics available to me. Yes, it's very good. And in that case, let's just take 3 Stormies. Well, actually, maybe leave them. This should be completely fine. So now I have a choice. Do I go and attack Tan? Do I go in the underground? I feel like I want to explore the underground as well. You know what? Yeah, let's go attack Tan, and we can do some underground exploration with Mr. Ivor. He does not have a book, so just send him in. Send him in. He's not gonna be coming back, but we sent him in already. And yeah, then we could also get Ignatius for the beginning imp stack if we really wanted it to. I mean, they're coming in on my direction, right? Yeah, they are. They don't have a town, so they're kind of desperate for a new city. So, this Clancy can do that. 1, 2. 2 free mines. Also, we'll pick up the new spells. He could be the defender of this town. I feel like that's completely fine, actually. Defender of this town. Ivor actually has some 1 stacks, right? Yes, he actually has some 1 stacks. He can be the explorer of the undergrounds. So now nobody can sneak up on the other town in that case. Then Ufretin day 7, like the perfect timing for player Red to go and acquire a new town. I feel like they're not gonna be attacking me if I don't specifically go at them. And then leadership and diplomacy. Okay, let's get the unicorn glade. So, honestly feel like Clavius. Actually, we need a book for this man. So, Clavius, maybe with 7 dwarfs, you're fine defending. Then, Ryland, you have a book. Yeah, you have a book. I feel like Ryland is gonna be the best defender here. I feel like just swapping the army around and having Ignatius have the undeads. Like 7 stacks of the undeads is fine as well. And then Mr. Ryland. Yeah, you have a interesting army but a decent one. And yeah, Ignatius, please level into spell power. Knowledge, not quite. Sure thing. Well, it is what it is. And yeah, they're just gonna be running for the town, so if we sit and defend like so, it should be fine. Anyway, here, I don't really feel like building anything in this town, to be honest. I like how they built the power lich upgrade, though. That was their priority. Ooh. My heart skipped a beat there. I thought they were gonna be winning. That's gonna be like a pop-up. You've been defeated because Tan acquired too much gold. Gold-eating rock slime has a bubble up into your storeroom and eaten some of your profits. Curse that slime. The cleaning crew will be working overtime tonight. Okay, month of the beetle. Ufretin can and even has to maybe. This town though is gonna be a bit difficult to fight. Wonder if this is DJ Khaled. No. Archery for or elves or resistance for, well, I do like archery, but I feel like the elves are gonna be focused down. But then again, 10% extra damage. Let's just take it YOLO. Then I have some very important questions to ask myself. Can we fight this Tamika? Who do we have in the tavern? And what is happening in the underground? We have quite a lot of questions in this regard. Don't want to accidentally stumble into a big minus again. So maybe Ivor will just be heading back. I feel like it's better if they attack me, right? Ignatius will be sucking their mana out. And Ian is allowed to exist. Ryland can go here. I mean, if there's one hero I would really like, it's LSR for the extra elves. And so yeah, we can deposit troops. And actually, since he has okay, so he's blocking as well. And then Clavius goes back indoor. Maybe we should use the 7 least useful troops. That's probably being 7 imps as the last resort anyway. I'm fine overwriting Ajit, and I'm fine overwriting a Gerwolf if I really need to. I feel like Clancy is safe, and I feel like Ufretin has to take this fight. Well, does he have to? It's very tough as a fight to take. Tan has the most gold, and he has more than 15,000. I would really like to lure him out with like another hero. And I could even reinforce. You know what? This is not a smart play. A smarter play would be to indeed use the AI's weak mind against them. So we'll just have one stack. We can even get the skeletons as one stacks. Ajit will lure them out, and then we can attack them outside of the city. And in that case, over here we should do this. We should definitely have one of those. The best units would be these. Let's also upgrade the trees, so they would be more useful. And I think they shouldn't be able to take my town. And I know that this battle is outdoors. I could also kind of do this. Ta-da! So now we are fighting from the indoors. So, tactics phase. Let us be the master strategist. And let us blast Tamika with some magic arrows. I wonder if she's going to be shooting some magic at me. She is going to be shooting some magic at me. Actually, these guys are solid targets. And then who do we try to melee down? Lamau, get resisted on by a 5% chance. And then we can't do anything else. I feel like the rogues are the best target here. Well, maybe the skeleton. Well, we did what we could. And then Elishar. Magic arrow comes out. Very, very good. Damn it, they didn't miss one. I could have shot some more magic arrows at them. A glorious victory. Ryland says we can defeat them all without casualties. I will agree with him. His diplomatic tongue has swayed me. And Ivor, without the book, completely naked. At least we can suck the man out of this man. Well, he already did it himself. Screw you, Galthran. We will take one skeleton from you if we're lucky. Yes, we will take one skeleton from you. Well, Ivor found death. And yeah, Ian being chilling. Clavius is going to be being chilling. Then Andr, another intelligence specialist. I think like the wisest move I can make here. Yeah, probably going up here for the stats. And then maybe Ajit can like generate enough mana for another magic arrow. Am I doing this with Ryland or am I waiting for Ufretin? I feel like waiting for Ufretin is gonna be a smarter play. Like we can do this. Yeah, we can just do this in the very next turn. And then Ryland can also be made super duper fast. Emblem of Cognizance. What an artifact, eh? Then we have 10,000 gold, and yeah, we have the least gold out of all of them. It's kind of interesting, Blue can't really spend his gold, but he's not generating much because he doesn't have a town. So I feel actually that defense is going to be the superior pick over here. And let us go and fight the Cavaliers. So let's have the army composition be something slightly better. Almost a perfect result, by the way. What a really good spell slow is. I'll skip the turn for this one, well, no shame, but let's hope he does not morale. He didn't morale. And then he also couldn't defeat a single dwarf. The dwarf master's dwarfs are too strong, so 20,000 gold. Tan has more, and that's very, very worrying me. Then, let's take all of these, let's take all of these. Upgrading the centaurs would have been a pretty good idea, but we'll have to rally back here. And let's actually have 7 imps, so Ryland can be rolling around. So, Ufretin, here. Have basically everything a man can ever dream of in his army. All the good units. As well as some bad ones, but hey. And can't have it all, and let's fight these dwarves for some extra money. As the dwarves attack, you notice they have some of the mine's gold stuffed into their pockets. And no idea why we need to lose anything here, but thank you, auto battle, for doing that. Everyone's chilling. Then advanced offense, 800 gold. Can't quite reach this. Oh, I should have actually taken the springs. I fought the Cavaliers. Oh, that's gonna be fine. We can take the springs. Is this gonna be worthwhile for 100 plus movement points? No, it's not gonna be worthwhile. I think we just have to go and attack the last real player here. The last threat. Hoping Tan doesn't randomly win it. It looks like we have actually baited Ayden out. We can see his army, and his army is, well, not that impressive, to be honest. And his mana spending habits are even less impressive. And snipe an imp. Even. Aha, alright. Ufretin has gotten his mark. He can go out to hunt his prey. And Vidomina actually coming for us. And so is Galthran. I feel like both of them will be 2 turns away. So we can kind of just chill for the moment. Oops. Keep... My brain glitched and I was like, I'm clicking the tavern, am I not? But no, the tavern is in a different location in this town. It's kind of funny, you have to memorize all the where the taverns are. There is no like hotkey which you can press to go into the tavern anywhere in the town screen. So yeah, Galthran is going to be attacking this turn with Vidomina. Ooh, also, but she's very, very fast indeed. So, they've given me their town for free. Ufretin, being a greedy dwarf and all that, will take it, of course. And he will also take an extra spell power. Ryland, I suppose. We'll take the mines for free, and then we have to defend in 2 locations. So... Oh wait, hold up, there's a big issue in my plan. I don't really have troops for that. 2, 2, 4, 1... Okay, well, I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, I rallied everything away from here. Then we can have... wait, why did I buy Thunar here? I meant to buy troops here, so... Okay, I have an idea. Maybe we go and assassinate Galthran with Thunar. and then use this army, whatever is left of it. Just very quickly improve, upgrade it to troglodytes. I feel like the 4 Dread Knights. Okay, so this, 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 this. Should be strong enough to beat Galthran, right? I would hope so. And then here we have to salvage a crisis that I was not aware that I kind of built for myself. Gervolf, have a book. Losing a bunch of gold doing this, but I'm hoping that is going to be worthwhile. This, and I don't really feel like we have any other. Yeah, we're just getting might heroes at this point, so oof, oof, oof. Well, hopefully they're not going to be generating any gold anytime soon. Blue is out of towns, Tan is out of towns, both of them are on pressure to do something. Not my ballista. So who do we shoot? Oops, well, I set them up to be attacked, 2 at the same time. Thankfully the AI kind of prevented themselves from doing that. Okay, this, and then this will just take the guaranteed skeleton. Then Mr. Tactics Man can actually save himself from being hit 2 for 1. We'll take down one Vampire Lord. Or just a regular vampire, but hey. Oof. The tower's choice of what to shoot here could be better, like much better. So yeah, yikes. Not the ranged creature, of course, we don't really want to eliminate that. Instead we want to shoot something that is not even relevant to the fight. Alright. Yeah, still, even with the Vampire Lord going in. Oh no. The towers are once again failing us. Oh, actually I could have moved the imp maybe, where both of them could not reach for more damage. Well, at least they don't have any troops in the town. Oh, they upgraded their 10 dwarfs that survived that fight. It's quite interesting. Sure thing. Actually, you know what we want to do? We kind of want to skip past them. To keep spamming more magic arrow as well. Blue has towns again. I think maybe if I eliminate... Okay, here we just have to chill with Ufretin. I do not have a capital anymore, which is pretty sad. I guess Ryland will just be stealing the mines. And... yeah, Ian, do we want to visit that underground? I think... No, whoops, I clicked the replay last turn button by accident, so... have to let Ayden attack on us. Eliminate Tan, and then... Actually, I'm thinking maybe Thunar. I'm gonna take like a little bit of a risk here. Let's do it like this. This. Take away his slower troops. Like speed 5 and 4. Leave like the speed 6 and higher creatures, maybe even 7 and higher creatures. Maybe just the speed 8. Okay, do it like this. Have a Thunar. Walk as far as he can. Would he reach on day 7? No, he would not reach on day 7. That is a bit of a shame. Oh well. At least we can get a little bit of blockage on Galthran. Here. Retaking my town before day 7 would be the dream, but it looks like that's not going to be happening, so... And here I was thinking of building something as well. It was the Mage Guild, so we'd have more spells. I feel like 1000 gold is a fine investment. Doesn't really detract from my goal. And unfortunately it looks like the AI has decided that Thunar should not be living. Well, yeah, nice spellcast Lamau. Gonna be trying to get that one Dread Knight down. Do need a bit of a high roll for that, actually good work. And now we can't really do anything much. Yeah, Ayden, of course, should be a really easy fight. Ooh, cured even. Deleted all of those in a single shot. Amazing. Oh no, Doggo is too slow to help the Gog. 60. Well, actually kind of a wasted one stack. Not too bad. Let's wait for him to go closer. And then I feel like maybe this guy can get sniped. We can also attack him and then go back indoors afterwards. So do this. Ayden's not gonna be blasting. And too much more. Lamau. You reach, you cannot reach. Boom, boom. And Ayden has been defeated. Ribcage and Ring of Suppression. Expert Earth Magic. Minus 1000, a flood of poor gold miners arrives into the area. You give them gold so they will go away before they find the rich gold vein that should belong to you. Alrighty. We can still keep on playing. The AI has not won. That is very, very good. I feel like against the Torosar, maybe. Just a casual Ryland. Defending should be enough, right? We'll leave some... Oh, he already has 1 stack. Still, we'll leave some 1 stacks in the town. Ufretin can take the entirety of his army, and he's in a mad dash to go back home ASAP. I wonder if I could maybe sell all my resources and win in the gold rush. Yeah, Ufretin, just go as far and as fast as you can go. And then... Clancy. Are you strong enough to eliminate the Galthran? That is a great question. I think we just have more stuff than he does, right? So we should be able to eliminate him. Then there's also this hero. I'll just kind of head back with Clancy. I feel like that is the smarter gameplay to make. Blue has started capturing my gold mines, so really need to get to him before he can... At least he's spending some money as well. So this we can do. This we can do. Ryland looks like they are not too interested in attacking him. Which is quite fine. And I will need a hero here, Aislinn. So they're buying new heroes, that's kinda good. How much can we sell resources for? Just a couple thousand. This is not gonna be good enough. So yeah, I do think going out and brawling instead. Oh boy, this is gonna be quite the hefty price. So Ryland gets attacked. We do not wish to retreat, we wish to eliminate some units. And the ballista is sadly going to be getting one per turn. Magic arrow is also going to be getting one per turn. This man knows one spell, magic arrow, and I made him a wizard, imagine that. Well, actually an alchemist, but you get the point. So, now he doesn't really have stacks. Neither does he have magic. Then... yeah, the gold golems are a bit problematic, but... should be fine. The city should be fine, unless he has something silly like a death ripple. Maybe we'll just buy like a bigger stack here just to be completely safe. You know, just to be safe. Thunar. Show away Galthran from all our gold mines. And actually take the most important component, my town, back. So I feel like a one stack of the elves helping us. Ooh, actually upgraded Eagle Eye, my spell. You fool. Well, it is what it is. Vidomina. Vidomina. I like it that the Eagle Eye actually does something now. From a completely useless spell, or skill, to something super niche. Unfortunately, I don't think it's quite good enough yet, but it has its use purposes. I know that people are using it to steal, like banned spells in the hotter maps from really strong heroes, like Town Portal and whatnot. And Resurrection as well. That's kind of funny. It's probably not the intended way to use it, but still. So, can we eliminate something like a single unit? No, so let's shoot the dwarves. She can go here. Oh! Oh, actually she also has expert earth magic. I didn't quite realize that. Well, and my dwarves were giga chats that resisted. So, do this. I want the unicorn to not be blocking. Damn it, I kind of want... Come on, doors. Yes, thank you. The blockage on the gate otherwise was a bit too intense. 46, feel like that's a fine shot, or maybe I'm getting down more dendroids. And boom, Vidomina, you have been defeated. And Ufretin becomes a better archer for it. So they actually upgraded the town a little bit. They've left the Pegasi for me, and they've left Centaurs for me. Do it like so, so there is no accidents. And yeah, we trying to eliminate all of them. Ooh, attacking Ian, so I really, Galthran. This is what you're up to. I guess maybe he's in the pathway. So maybe that's why the choice was made. Literally, he's blocking the path home for them. Alright, 1 and 2. Eliminate one of the stacks. I wonder, can you get all 4 stacks down? No, you cannot. Haha, knew it. And then Mr. Ian White is just running for his life. Lamau. Defeated him. Mr. Ian will be bought back because he's generating money with his existence, and I feel like maybe he can generate more money with his existence. Yes, thank you. He did finally do that. So maybe he will end up being the defender of this realm. Or maybe not. Galthran, you fool. Thunar would like a word with you. So my main man Galthran, what can I do for you? Maybe I can blast you with a couple of magic arrows. Then move with the dwarfs. Drop his name is Morale. Yeah, that would make sense. That would indeed make sense. Let's eliminate the stack. Let's give the dwarfs something to fight. They really don't like the vampire lords. It's almost like the AI understands the value of this unit. The true value of them. Under a night roof. And Galthran has been defeated. Let's actually take this so we can get the stats level up. Okay, do that. And then Ufretin, where is Aislinn? Aislinn, where are you? He's hiding in the background. And yeah, then Mr. Ian can just pick up the mines. So I have all 3 towns. Now would be the best time ever to do something like this. If we check the gold quantity, I'm now 2nd place. If we sell a few resources, so 1st place. So they have less than 26,000 gold. Still, though, I feel like by selling everything, and we also have a capital back, so that's beautiful. That is indeed beautiful. Let's get the gold mine. Let's get resource structures. Let's actually deal with Aislinn and eliminate blue. My resistance worked. That is a magnificent feeling. Alright, let's take... Well, would water magic be decent? We don't have a bless, so we don't have height here. Mage guilds, blue has been vanquished, that's pretty good. We can take the gold mine, and then we can go and hunt down the tan player. selling these resources is not gonna be enough for the 75,000 gold, and Tan's heroes abandoned him and he's banished from this land. Congratulations, all your enemies have been defeated and victory is yours. We might not be the richest, but we are the last man standing. And our rank is gonna be a Cyclops King. We played on the King difficulty and we end up being a King as well. So, you all know the drill. We should be checking out the map. This is gonna be not a top 10 score because the map multiplier is actually negative. The easy difficulty gives you less points, and like the hard and impossible ones multiply your score by quite a bit. So let us load back into the Dwarven Gold and let us see the map in all its beauty. So this is the map, how it looks like. In the very beginning you have a bunch of, actually I want to see how much each mine gives. Or starting like biome, I guess it's blocked off by both the level 6 troops. These dwarves had how much gold in their pockets? 600 gold in their pockets. These dwarves had 900 gold in their pockets. The enemies, 2 dwarf stacks, had how much gold in their pockets? I actually fought them 1,000 and 800. So actually wait, blue gets more gold from the dwarf fights, and then these 2 dwarf fights had the Lamau, they didn't even want to fight, 850, and so basically 800. Why would they choose to have random numbers, and also they had a next fight between them, which I think blue was the brave one to broke it. Tan actually starts with a few gold objectives nearby. This would be like really good, like you take the chest, you take the observatory, and then you see that, oh but actually their ore pit is kind of guarded. So you have to rally a little bit of army and fight whatever is here. If this level 1 creature is a halfling, it could be nasty, so they also have an artifact, and they have a couple stat boosting buildings, while here we have a stables and 1 stat boosting building, and here they have a couple stat boosting buildings as well, and everyone has a magic well, so it's quite symmetrical. And then there are 3 passages into the underground. This one, for the blue player, actually looks pretty good. No scripted text here, okay. Oh, but you do get a cave-in sends your army into disarray. You must hire a small group of mining dwarves to dig out all your units. With all the confusion going on, gold-eating rock slime takes some of your resources also. What is this? Giga-rigged negative event. Like, brother. And evil eyes seem to be guarding the large stack of gold mine. Of the stack of mined gold, do you wish to try and take it? Yeah, it is 2,000 gold. It's not that much actually, for like the quantity you had to fight as well. So anything interesting here, one or the other? No. You fight the Magi's. You don't get blasted by a negative event. Quite surprising. You get these. Okay. 700, 1,000, 100. So this random fight was much better than going through the Crusaders. Oh, looking for random events to pop off. Armadillos, not gonna be trapping you. Anything here that's gonna be like taking away your money. Oh, and actually the green portal, I'm gonna check that one out. Just some casual troops guarding some gold. Okay, so this is not like booby trap or anything with negative events. Which is quite good. What is happening here with these gold golems? They're just a random guardian. Ooh, gold-eating rock slime bubbles out of the ground and eats some of your resources. Why does it have to be another resource besides gold as well? It's kind of very mean. A small army of dwarves suddenly appears before the gold vein and warns that you will have to go through them to take the gold. It looks like a rich thick vein. Do you want to fight them? 90 dwarfs would give you access to 5,000 gold. Okay, that is actually reasonable. I do wish to see maybe if another gold pile is like booby-trapped. No. These ones seem fine, because you fought for them, right? This one like trapped? No. And yeah, the green portal would go over here to this like little treasure area. Ooh, wonder if there's anything over here. What I will do is very quickly I will build a marketplace. I don't want to accidentally win, so we'll just like kind of trade away the gold. Win away while cheating would be embarrassing. Dwarven treasury keep out, okay. And outside of here is what? Just your regular. At the end of the room, gold glints in the wall. It is gold. And now a small army of dwarfs suddenly appears. Alright. So you'd be fighting 90 dwarfs for 5,000 gold, okay. An army of dwarves rushes towards you to protect their treasure area. 70. Ooh, actually, if the AI got here, this could be like pretty sad for me. They have a multitude of fantastic little chests. They more dwarves boil out of the ground and attack. Boil out of the ground. This much. These are just chests. Wonder if any of them have like any treasure. 1,000 gold and yeah, more dwarfs boil out, which you can maybe avoid, but no. Hideous mask. Okay, so this would be like a very big treasury which has 2 extra gold mines, so that would be kind of like a win condition. Anyway, anything interesting here? The scholar, what does it give you? Like +1 attack. Ooh, a hill fort is actually beautiful. And a couple treasuries here. Any traps or anything silly like that? No, just regular treasuries. Regular dwarven treasuries, like that you can fight. Makes sense for them to be here. This is the other player's underground section. Any dwarfs boil out of the ground or something silly. I have to kind of check that for all the gold piles. Ice bolt, and then we were kind of here. And yeah, then suddenly there would be a bunch of dwarfs fighting for 5,000 gold. Followers, so these guys also joined the enemy. And then, anything interesting with the zombies? Any text? No, nothing? No. Nope. I feel like the red player kind of gets the least interesting underground, while the tan player and the blue player instantly have places to go. They can go like for some units, they can go for some freebies, they can go for this massive trap of gold zero eating rock slimes, where they just kind of take all your resources. Oh boy, I'm kind of mad that I stepped on that. It's like a treasure landmine, it just takes away all your money. What kind of an evil genius designs something like that? But yeah, with the 6 gold mines and the 3 towns in the overworld, I feel like we were very able to also win with the gold generating. I feel like there should maybe be a town here underground, like a rampart town with just a dwarf dwelling built and maybe a treasury as well. Then it would be like incentivized to go underground. But if it's trapped underground, I didn't want to explore the underground because I was worried I would step on like a minus 5,000 gold. Less than 2 hours to win the map. You should play Hellside's map next. I'll play the next map that is on the Shadow of Death in alphabetical order. And that is going to be done in the next time, which might be tomorrow, it might be next week, next Saturday. The Mighty Gorgon boys have been more active on the Discord, and they've been looking to finish a multiplayer game, so we might actually be seeing those old, like 8, 9, 10 month old games being played finally. But we're gonna see that in the next evening, and maybe in the next weeks as well. But for now, for single player content, as I said, maybe tomorrow if I'm feeling like it, but probably next week. This was Dwarven Gold, and I feel like we built a pretty good Ufretin for this map. We didn't end up being rich, but we ended up defeating the opponents. And I was guest 273. I hope that you enjoyed watching this. I hope this stream was a bit of gold for you as well. And I will see you all in the next time, whenever that happens. And yeah, cheers. See you.